Please remember, I have something called as secret shortcuts to success, right? Secret shortcuts to success. And I used to call it CSF, complete success formula. And I applied my success shortcuts formula to some people, and it is working extremely fine. They're making a lot of money without getting into many of these things. And I'm going to talk from their standpoint, and I'm going to talk about from my standpoint. Please remember my stages. I had one person army, that was me and my wife, obviously. And then there were five more people who joined us. First, one person joined us, and then it became five. I talk about that as a 5 people stage. And then there is a 10 people stage. Now there is a 20 people stage going on with less production, and I'm grappling with that. And then there is a 50 people stage that I want to achieve, right? So this guy is talking about certain realities, and I will debunk or I will agree to those realities. Okay? So let's. Acha. Usually I listen to the video and I like the video, and that's when I make the reaction. But it's hard, this is that was the video, last video. I actually usually I do that, but again, I cannot do that every single time. So this much I'm gonna watch with you and make the reaction right there here with you. Okay? I will also one of these days start the video, make a reaction on the video that got him my attention. That's when I started to watch. Nobody talks about from 5 to 50, how to handle a 50 people company. 50 people company who bring 500 clients. Typically, my one person will bring 10 clients. My one BDM will bring 10 good clients, and that's the vision I have. So 50 people company, how to make it a 50 people company, so is what I'm grappling with, right? So okay, so let's go through his video. It's just about making a difference. It's just about enjoying the journey. Why I always about making a difference? Why I always about enjoying the journey? I also feel that we are somewhat blinded by all this motivational videos, motivational content that makes us believe this make-believe world that entrepreneurship is a beautiful experience that everybody needs to go through, and it's the most amazing feeling to be an entrepreneur. Well, let me tell you this: the day I took my losses and the day I confronted that I was in a trap of 10, it was not a very good feeling. And I want to break down for you in this video 10 realities that you need to be connected to while you're starting a business or while you're building a business, so that you're not blinding yourself just on plain motivational or positive thinking or feel-good thinking. Because at the end of the day, okay. So certain things that were different for me is I was in America where certain amount of money is confirmed. Second thing that worked to my advantage is I was in the job giving business. So finding a job, getting a job done, doing the job, delivering the job was easy for me. Getting an IT job is a dream for many people. For me, it was a left-hand play. So it was never a big deal for me. Into the job, coming out into the business, again job, I did 6 iterations before I had a sustainable operation, which was very stable in nature, and I was able to sustain it by working myself. And then from there on, I worked on 5 people. If you want to, if you're doing, job in between 9 to 5, then I will create a business, right? This cycle happened 6 times before I understood how to make it sustainable by hiring at least one person who can keep on doing the business with you. Okay, that's okay. So that's 2009 churn. Before 2009, I had already quit my job 6 times. But I was working in America, and that worked to my advantage. I had like some query by immigration, then I had some query by IRS, then I had a query then I was legally sued by a few people. That's what basically got me jittery. I'm an immigrant into this country, trying to understand this country, trying to make money by doing a business. Remember, this was a pretty interesting thing. You go, even if you're running a business in America and you go to Finland today, you won't be able to run a business, trust me. So here, coming to this new country and learning all the rules and opening LLCs, opening C Corps and S Corps and learning all those things, dealing with lawyers, dealing with immigration, dealing with retainers, dealing with the business operations, dealing with CEs and dealing with business operations, dealing with consultants, dealing with candidates, dealing with so many things, clients and everything, and how to write a contract, how to write a proper contract without ChatGPT, without Google, without Google, proper Google, you see. So it was very difficult, and grappling with all these things, we came out with a complete solution which got operationalized and then got delegated in 2009, and then we started having a stable operation, right? By the way, in 2009, recession hit and I went back to job. So after that, when I bounced back, I had one person with me and I never had to go back to job. So after that, I did business. In 2010 May, my business picked up again. By 2011 January, I left the job. You should know that. Okay? So this thing that he's talking about is what is, in my opinion, completely avoidable. Getting into some kind of a debt trap, this and that. If you follow my secret shortcut formula, in America especially, see again, America, virtual things work to my advantage, right? So whatever worked to my advantage, according to that, you will not get into any debt trap. My secret shortcut formula, my secret shortcuts of America, I have a secret shortcut in which you don't get into any of these issues and you make a lot of money. Okay, so but I in the first stage, remember first half of my first stage, I was basically again and again losing money coming at this whole thing. But again, that was because of lack of knowledge. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be repeating. History is going to repeat. No, history is not going to repeat. History doesn't have to repeat in this case.
Your reality is what reflects in your emotions. And if your reality is not in the right place, then those emotions can just be misleading or a cover. In my experience of working with thousands of entrepreneurs on a weekly basis, here's what I've also realized. Most entrepreneurs are not connected to the realities of building a business. Most entrepreneurs are just floating in the clouds, feeling proud of the fact that their business card reads CEO or founder, and are just going with the flow. Don't be fooled by the clothes people wear, the ties and the suits they put on themselves. Don't be fooled by the cars people drive, because most entrepreneurs are actually living a lie. Most entrepreneurs are actually not making the required money. Most entrepreneurs are living out of their credit cards. The reality of business needs to be something that you need to confront as a person who wants to start a business or as a person who's starting a business. Because if you don't confront these realities, then you are like that frog in a pot of water, which is slowly put on a sim, and you are burning and boiling, but you're not realizing that the water is right now boiling. And slowly, before you know, the water gets really hot and you die in that water. This is what happens to most entrepreneurs. They're in the pot of water called entrepreneurship, and they think this is the dream life, this is their mission, this is their passion, this is their vision. But slowly the heat is going up and up, and before they know, the business is financially dead. So I want you to understand what those 10 realities are that you need to be connected to, so that you can be a more conscious entrepreneur and you can take action in the right direction to build consciously profitable.
No, no, no. Dekho, I made a video about different types of businesses in India. Entrepreneurship, startup, ecosystem, SoftBank, all this is different. Reliance, TCS, these are all semi corporates. These are all India politically connected companies. These are all different. 100 crore companies, 200 crore companies in India. This is a different thing. You can even become a 1,000 crore company, and that is something. I met with 2 entrepreneurs in India. That is something that I argue to aspire to be, right? If at all. And then there is like professionals who make a lot of money, like 1 crore salary. To me, they are much better off than any entrepreneur out there or small business owner out there. 1 crore a year salary, and hello, and your value will keep on going up. Typically, they're working for these politically companies, or they're working for these SoftBank backed companies, SoftBank type companies, backed companies, right? You should sometimes think why Reliance never have fund the startups and all those things. It will not. They will fund up the startups which are more traditional and semi-corporates. That's what I call it. These are not proper corporates in India. They are not proper corporates. These are semi-corporates, politically connected. Being politically connected is their main thing. So these are different things. So the one that he's talking about is, they soak money and then they die and this and that. If you are opening a, let's say if your target is to make a 12 crore company, let's go with the humble this thing, 1 crore a year revenue, and then profit, corresponding profit. It is very easy to achieve. I'm talking about acha. Then there is another one in India which is not working for a company like TCS or political. They work for an American company, small company, and then they basically make 1 crore a year. Right? I know many such people because they're the kind of people I work with. Right? They are the ones I work with. They are the target segment for me. People who are not in TCS, people who are not in the startup space. In India, startup space is very different. IIT, this and that. Many people try to become, they say my thing is a brand. A person started a real estate agency in India. He says he's a startup. No, he's not a startup. Startup to me is that. Whatever what you want to call it, but that is what a different segment is. And anyway, so this is the segment that I always want you to be, because you cannot be making 1 crore a year salary in Reliance or in TCS. So then where do you go from there? Right? If you are an IITian, then the whole problem is already resolved. You will probably make 1 crore in Reliance, or you will make 1 crore in software, or 100 crores in SoftBank, backed startup, or you will go to America. The whole world is yours. But what if you are not from IIT? What if you are having great caliber in you, but it is not proven yet? So these are the kind of people that I target, and my secret shortcut for India is for this purpose, right? So that you should figure out ways to basically either start a 10 crore company, or a company where you make 10 crore by working there as a VP or a CEO of a small company like mine. This is my formula, right? That I keep selling in India, right? That you become a CEO of a small company in America. The only problem is, I made a lot of videos about that. So those are the things, right? So in this space wherein you're working as a CEO of an American company, there is no problem, right? You will not get into that trap because it's a job. You'll get paid from the day one. And if you're having, let's say, a 10 crore company based out in India, and which is doing some kind of service to the clients, you again make money from the day one. Why would you lose money? Just buy a laptop and start servicing clients. So you will not get into any debt trap, right? And if you're making, let's say, if you're raising 20 to 25 crore company, In my opinion, those 1 crore companies which are giving services to American companies, they are the ones who can potentially give 20 crore to 50 crore. I met with an entrepreneur. He makes apps and he provides services to India. He's having a 250 crore company. Yeah, that is easy. I don't think he ever had to deal with any debt trap. He had to deal with certain things like dealing with CEAs, lawyers, issues, this, that, manpower issues, but he never had to deal with this thing. So this debt trap thing that he's talking about is for only startup, and even they are not in that trap. The debt trap is that's a different thing. That's entrepreneurship of different kinds. So I don't know. To me, he's mixed the things. At least this thing that he's talking about is not for me, and I don't think startup people come to him. Those people, remember I said that 10 crore companies who want to be 200 crore, that range, 10 crore to 100 crore companies or 200 crore, 1000 crore companies are the ones who should come to him. Or the VPs, etc., in the politically bad companies should come to him, right? Or people who are working in 10, 20 crore company of America and drawing, let's say, 1 crore salary in India should come to him. But I don't think people who are in, there is another space there, American companies who are in India, like for example, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, which have, so that is another space. I've talked about this. I've talked about these types of businesses in another video. You should watch this video. I just gave you a brief here. Okay, na? So you cannot mix up these things. That trap is a feature of this entrepreneur space. Entrepreneur space. Okay, na? So in my opinion, so if he got into a debt trap while working as a motivational speaker, sorry, buddy, you did some mistakes. There is a possibility. You should watch my secret shortcuts, because my secret shortcuts is not for startup space. It's not for getting a job in an American company, because that is for IITians, right? It is not for people who are working in Reliance and all this and drawing 1-2 crore salaries. It's for people who are basically like me and you, start a small venture and then make 10 crores a year in India, or 1.5 crore profit in job, right, in India, or basically who are aspiring to be 250 crore or 1,000 crore. This is what I think is possible for everybody in India, and that's what. By the way, the guys I saw, they didn't even speak proper English, and they were making their company revenue was 250 crore with a profit of 225 crore every year, and that's proven. I know this number. 350 crore actually revenue and 25 crore profit. So and they are like, they live like superstars. They're confident like superstars, but they don't even speak proper English. So anybody can do it. That's what I'm all about, right? I'm all about my complete success formulas for everybody. It's not for IITians only. I've done a secret shortcut for IITians so they can make their life better in America. But in general, my formulas are all for you guys. Everybody can follow this, and if you can follow this, you can become something else. So I'm not sure. He has mixed up, in my opinion, he mixed up the things here. But let's keep going. Rajiv ji, आप भी जरा सीखो. तरह की कंपनी है जी. सारी तरह की कंपनी नहीं. तरह की कंपनी है और हर स्पेस के अंदर अलग अलग किस्म के चैलेंजेस हैं. जो डेट ट्रैप वाला चैलेंज है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में आता है. रिलायंस वगैरह को भी डेट ट्रैप में आता है, बाय द वे. और जो अमेरिकन कंपनी आ रही है यहाँ पे दे डोंट हैव एनी डेट ट्रैप. सो एंड जो बंदे ने 10 करोड़ की कंपनी खोलनी है, उनको डेट ट्रैप वाला इशू नहीं आता. उनको काम का इशू आता है, मैनेजमेंट का इशू आता है, जो हम बात करेंगे. लेकिन उनको ये नहीं इशू आता, डेट ट्रैप वाला इशू नहीं आता ना. मुझे अमेरिका में उनको आता है.
And before they know, their business is financially dead. So how do you understand what those 10 realities are that you need to be connected to, so that you can be a more conscious entrepreneur, you can take action in the right direction to build a consciously profitable business. Now, before I go there, I want you to make sure that you watch this video till the end, not just because you're going to learn about these 10 realities in this video, but towards the end of this video, I want to invite you.
हाँ, तो इन्होंने बोला how to build a business, 10 realities of business. मैं भी सोचता इन्होंने business ही बनाया. He may have made these videos for entrepreneurs, and I'm unnecessarily beating him up. Actually, when you say business to me, I don't think of as that entrepreneurship-based business or startup kind of business where you get funded and all that, and where you have this debt trap and all those issues. I talk about when I hear business, to me, what it means is, as I said, that 1 crore business, which is potentially trying to be 12 crore business, 10 crore business, and 25 crore business, and 50 and 100 and 250 and 1,000 crore. That's what I call as a business, or a traditional business. Mine is a traditional business, and I'm talking about traditional business for you, right? And that is something that anybody can open with the right attitude, in the right customer service, in the right this thing, like with the right knowledge and right skills, they can open, and that's what I'm here for. So that, which is for everybody. It's not just for IITians. It's for everybody, right? So when he's talking business to me, so that's what I mean. And many of the videos that he's talking about, they are not for entrepreneurs only. So they are for business. So people use business. Entrepreneurs, invariably, to me, entrepreneurs should be reserved for those people who are creating products, and who are backed by SoftBank and starting, so who have a startup kind of, who in the startup ecosystem. So, oh shit.
So that you can be a conscious entrepreneur and you can take action in the right direction to build a consciously profitable business. Now, before I go there, I want you to make sure that you watch this video till the end. Not just because you're going to learn about these 10 realities in this video, but towards the end of this video, I want to invite you to continue the learning journey with me, because I know for a fact that if you give me 4 hours of your time and come into that training that I'm going to talk to you about at the end of this video, you will thank yourself for making that decision.
जुड़ जाओ गाइस, जुड़ जाओ इसकी ट्रेनिंग में। 4 घंटे की ट्रेनिंग में ये देख लेना, आपको बहुत फाड़ू चीजें देगा, बहुत तगड़ी चीजें देगा। मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, आप जुड़ जाओ, डेफिनेटली गो टू दिस थिंग। 4 घंटे हैं सिर्फ, कुछ नहीं होते 4 घंटे। जरूर जाओ, जरूर जाओ, ठीक है। बाय द वे, विवेक बिंद्रा जो करता हूँ फॉरवर्ड कर देता हूँ, जो अंकित इंस्पायर इंडिया करता हूँ फॉरवर्ड कर देता हूँ। मेरे पास सुनने का कोई टाइम नहीं उनकी एड को, इसकी एड सुनने लायक है। 4 घंटे के वीडियो में जरूर जाओ।
And then let's talk about what I need from you and why I want you to invest 4 hours with me towards the end of this video. And they think that's their game, but in reality, they don't have the foundation to be able to build even a stable business, leave alone a successful business. So let's look at what those 10 realities are that you need to understand while you are exploring the journey.
ये एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के लिए बनाया क्या वीडियो? मेरे को ऐसे लग रहा है बिजनेस के लिए बना रखा है। मैं इस चक्कर में सारे बेचारे को धो दूंगा। तो देखते हैं, ये बहुत मिक्सअप हो रहा है दुनिया के अंदर, सारे मिक्सअप कर देते हैं। लेट्स सी।
Entrepreneurship. Here's reality number 1. Value creation is more important than valuation. Let me repeat that for you. Value creation is more important than valuation. Most people today are jumping onto this bandwagon of entrepreneurship because they're hearing stories of a particular founder raised this much funding, another founder got this much investment, another founder made so much money by raising that kind of an investment. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Valuation is like iski roti iske saath. Without value creation, valuation is just hollow. It's a PR activity. It's just selling a dream to someone who will sell that dream to somebody else, and will sell that dream to somebody else, and eventually they hit a dead end, or they go for an IPO and just drain out the public's money onto an enterprise just based on that PR value, not on that actual business value. Value creation needs to be a number one priority as a business owner. You need to ask yourself, how is a product or service solving a significant problem or fulfilling a significant need or desire for which people are willing to spend their money? And it's important that people spend their money. It's not just about going out there and distributing stuff for free with the hope that you're building your data, building your list, and eventually having nothing or no means to leverage the database and make actual money in the business. So value creation needs to be your number one priority, not just chasing valuations. So that's the first reality you need to confront in your business. The second reality is
स्टार्टअप के बारे में देखो, लुक्स लाइक ये वाला तो देखो स्टार्टअप के बारे में। सो दिस होल फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज अबाउट स्टार्टअप्स, ठीक है ना। सो उसके बारे में ये लिखा, वैल्यू क्रिएशन इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन वैल्यूएशन। देखो उसके बारे में एक बात बता देता हूँ, ठीक है। आई डोंट नो मच अबाउट स्टार्टअप्स, आई डोंट नो माई सेल्फ एज अ स्टार्टअप, ठीक है। ठीक है, 25 years in this 26 years in this country now, 20 years of business, 21 years in business, right? I can tell you, I have some ideas about startup. If you are working in a startup, if you are owning a startup and running a startup and have a successful startup, you may be ahead of me. I will be very honest. But if you are new to a startup, and then you may learn something from me, because I watch these videos and try to understand the mistakes that they do. I have friends who have startups. I have friends who are, and I have ability to understand their things better than anybody who doesn't have a startup at all or who's starting his life. So you can learn a few things from me from that angle. I myself don't have a startup, so please, if you think oh, this is a good advice, I might. Yeah, I don't want to be the authority on startup advice because I myself don't know. Value creation is more important than valuation. No, ulta hi hai. Okay, I'm a ruthless business guy. Valuation is definitely more important. And he even said, he even toned down, someone will just create an IPO. IPO is an ultimate thing. IPO is an ultimate thing. उसको तुम कैसे यार ऐसे कर सकते हो कि IPO कर दिया, अरे कितना गलती कर दी, और तूने वैल्यूएशन क्रिएट की, तूने वैल्यूएशन क्रिएट कर दी, तूने IPO निकाल दिया, साले वैल्यूएशन तूने IPO निकाल दिया, तूने तो बहुत कुछ कर लिया भाई. So what some of the things you may end up making mistakes, because I made a reaction video of this guy, some guy in India who created a $1 billion company and then he lost everything. So he said that he didn't sell his startup because he said that he'll get to learn something. So all those are mistakes for me. Those are startup mistakes. So those, please don't make it. When you can push an IPO, make money and get out of it. Exiting is a very important thing on the resume. If you exit at, let's say, 50 crores and you potentially become a $1 billion company, but then you don't exit and then you become a $0 company, 50 crore exit is much more valuable on your resume than that thing that I was once owning a 100,000 crore company. 1,000 crore company. I'm telling you my 2 cents as a guy who has been owning a traditional business and consistently make, if not more, like 20 crore in a year in gross profit. So I'm telling you, I know a few things about startup too. I'm definitely more knowledgeable than a person who has just started a startup. And I'm telling you, that's the one thing that many people do wrong. Many startup owners do wrong, and they brag about it. And Gen Z is roaming around and listening to them. Oh man, this guy did not sell his company. Look, he did not sell his company 1 billion. Right? Buddy, that is not a good thing. Snap didn't sell their company at 1 billion. They may become 5 billion, but they took a huge risk. This deal, this was not worth it. Had they sold it at 1 billion, got out of it and make 15 million each, they would have been pretty better off. Even if they sell it for 20 billion tomorrow, I will not change this statement. Selling it at the first time when I got an out, when I got an exit, is the key thing. That thing on the resume that you got an out and you raise $1 billion company and you raise $100 million company and you got an out is a very, very big deal. And in fact, you are in that trap right now. When your person is $1 billion, he has $1 billion valuation. He got $100 million funding at that for 10%. He says, "Oh, I own $900 million." Actually, you have nothing. You have nothing. Can you sell this 900 million right away? No. So you have nothing in your hand. Please know this reality. You are a unicorn right now, but you have nothing in your hand. Remember, the salary that you're getting is the only thing you got. And then these people who start paying around, who give you $100 million, they can just close down the shutters in a blink of eye. For you, it's a lot of money, but for them, it's nothing. It may be a failed experiment. They'll write it off, and they'll get a tax write-off. Yeah. So my thing is, अगर आपको एग्जिट मिलती है, एग्जिट इज ए डिफरेंट थिंग, तुम जैसे इवन गोल्स में भी होता है, फुटबॉल में भी होता है, तुम जितना मर्जी लेके फिरते रहो, बट स्ट्राइकर इज स्ट्राइकर, मैसी इज मैसी, बिकॉज he puts the ball in the goal. So putting the ball in the goal is of utmost importance in soccer, right, or in football, right, or in football, world football, right, versus American football. So in football and in soccer, this is important, right? So I'm telling you that. So I'm telling you, like, to me, exit is the biggest thing. छोटा गोल बड़ा गोल डज नॉट मैटर, गोल होता है. बाकी कोई बंदा ड्रिबल करता है, उसकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. ठीक है.
Start to learn. Don't start to earn. The first 700 days of your business journey, your focus needs to be on aggressive action with no expectation of result. I tell you why this is so important. A lot of people start with big dreams, but when they don't get the required traction initially in their business, they lose connection to those bigger dreams and they get stuck with smaller realities of just multiple sustenance and multiple survival. They reduce the size of their goals, they diminish the size of their goals, and they start working only for monthly income generation. Let me tell you this: if your priority is monthly income generation, then jobs are the best medicine for you. Entrepreneurship is about wealth creation. Wealth creation happens through value creation, and through this process of value creation, you first have to go through a deep process of exploration. And that's why those first 700 days you need to make consistent and massive action, even if you're facing rejections, even if you're facing failures, even if your plans are not working as per plan, even if your wishes are not coming true. Because at the end of the day, the 700 days, those first 700 days are learning days. They are not earning days. But what happens is this: a lot of people start taking action, don't get the desired result, feel heartbroken, and then go into this shell of just working on monthly survival. The entire purpose and the objective of becoming an entrepreneur gets washed away when you're just focusing on monthly income generation, when you're just focusing on making enough money to be able to pay your expenses and sustain your own personal lifestyle. Use those 700 days for massive learning and be prepared for massive failure. Condition your brain like a samurai. One thing about Japanese warriors for samurais is that they go into a fight. They go into a fight performing their own death ceremony. So they know that in any fight, the man who is willing to die is the one who will win that fight. In entrepreneurship, is just like that. For 700 days, the person who's willing to go through those failures, make those mistakes, and still not let go of their goals is the one who's going to build a stable business. The rest are just going to build a business for monthly sustenance and monthly survival, which is the most vital way of building a business. So keep in touch with that second reality of the first 700 days being about massive failures and massive learnings without damaging the dreams that you have of building your business. If you're able to pull that off, then you're on the right track. Which brings me to the third reality. The third reality.
You first learn then earn. देखो स्टार्टअप इज डिफरेंट. अगेन ये स्टार्टअप के लिए बता रहा है सारा कुछ. तो दिस स्टार्टअप इज अ टोटली डिफरेंट बॉल गेम. Reliance can keep investing money and make no money, and so can be Airbnb and all those things. I'm going to talk about one core business. There is no reason for you to not make 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees a month in your business as revenue, and then be able to pocket money out of it. There is no reason in a traditional business, the one that I advocate, the one that I own, which is what I call as business. When you say I run a business, Airbnb is not a business to me. It's a different concept. It's a corporation. So I made the types of businesses in America video a long time back. You should watch that. You cannot get confused. If you get confused, then you are having problems here. Gas station owner is not same as ExxonMobil business. ExxonMobil is a business which gives franchisee. This is different. Corporation is different. This is different. First learn, then earn. No. You have very clear focus on that. You will start making money and you will start be able to sustain your life with that business, and then only you can easily sustain it. If let's say you open a freelancing website, freelancing, open up go to a website and start your freelancing business, then once you start making money, you start to create, you understand how to do the value creation, and then you basically in the next stage you hire one guy and pocket 50% of what you make on him from the client, and then keep 50% in your pocket and then give the rest to him. Why can't you just keep scaling it? You see, why can't you just keep scaling it? So my thing is, if you are focused on earning in traditional business, In 1 crore a year revenue business, which aspires to be 10 crore a year revenue, 20 crore a year, 50 crore a year revenue, right? And so on and so forth. Being, if you focus on earning, it will teach you. It will teach you. You open a small, I will not say like years and years, maybe first 3 months you don't make money because you have simply just started, right? For 6 months you don't make money, that is acceptable. But after that you have to make money. Any restaurant you open, you have to make money. I'm talking about the traditional business. You have to make money. And when your focus is on earning, learning will come with it. Like I'm making money right now. Am I not learning new things? I am focusing on learning new things. I am. Especially with reference to the issues at hand. So learning will start to address only the issues that you will face. There may be many more things to learn. No, but that is not true for me. I don't think first learn then earn applies to a regular traditional business. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this guy, but I'm here decimating all his ideas. But because I think I picked the wrong video for reaction. Now that I've picked it up, I'll just keep going with it because my wife is waiting. I have to start, I have to watch a movie. So, but I'll just talk about it. Yeah, fast.